So today, we're playing the PYROMANCER, and I've got my new favorite build, which features the Everburning skill with the burning blade and the flame, while we also stack up our crit chance like crazy too. But that's not all. We got our ultimate secret weapon, the Toad. This little guy turbo stacks our crits, gives us mana for a friendly fire, and provides us with a ton of healing. But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of this build. Okay, let's go and jump some rank games with a random character and see how we're going to get today. So, okay, we're starting off with the PYROMANCER. We do start off with a banana and a spear, which is pretty darn good. We do have a Star of Courage. I do kind of want to keep our spear though, since that's going to be a lot of damage for us. That makes me want to grab the shields, grab the wooden sword, offer these up. I'm going to roll for now. Let's go ahead and grab a bit of storage, add in our banana, and let's go ahead and grab a garlic. Now, I might actually want to reserve this whetstone, but I'm going to offer these up for now. Since they're on sale, and it should be pretty decent round one. With that spear, we should have a lot of damage, especially with that in power. And so far, looking pretty good. Actually, yes, smashing. For a second there, just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Wasn't looking super fantastic, but we do get our flame, we do get our chili, which should be awesome. We do want to craft up this molten spear for sure. But let's go ahead and grab our whetstone. Let's roll once. More storage on sale for 2. I think we have to grab it, unfortunately. Let's grab another stone. Let's offer that up. Let's roll once more. I definitely want another whetstone. Now, we could keep our stones, but I do want to get some flames. But we could keep our stones to craft up a stone golden type build. But I think we'll let them go for now. We do need those flames pretty darn bad. We are going to move on. And we'll see. Now, this spear should be dealing quite a bit of damage, especially with the whetstone. But it is our only weapon. We do have our banana, our chili pepper, and our garlic to provide a lot of defenses for us between the block and some heals. We should be in a pretty good spot. Our opponent is going to have a lot of heals with a shell totem, but we should be able to smash him down. And awesome. We should have our molten spear, which is going to be crazy good. That's a rainbow badge, which I kind of want to grab, especially since we have these whetstones, because we're going to go for that hero sword, which we're going to grab and craft up immediately. We do need to add in our flames. We do need to place them in front of our molten spear. We definitely need this whetstone, and we are going to rock on it. Now, we've got to make sure we're not offering up anything into our offering ball for this round, because you do want that burning blade. Burning blade and molten spear is going to be pretty darn good overall for us. But this berserker does have an axe. But is that going to be enough to stop us? Definitely not. Now, this is going to be fantastic. Hero sword is going to be crazy good. But we do want that burning sword. Or we could take smithing for dummies and guarantee that burning blade. But this gives so much stamina reduction. And does give us a ton of flames. And it is on sale. So I think we're going to have to grab Everburning for now. We're going to grab our storage. And we're going to craft up that burning sword. Now, we still actually want to grab our rainbow badge, but we still need to be offering up things into our offering ball. We might actually have to offer up our garlic, just so we keep getting flames. But we'll see. Also, we probably should have placed some fire items in front of our molten spear. That would be smart, for sure. But this should still be pretty good. We do get one of every buff with a rainbow badge. And awesome. Definitely being super fantastic. We got 2 flames, which is amazing actually. Now, out of all these options, I think we're just going to have to continue rolling looking for a whetstone. Now, flame up would be pretty darn good also. But again, let's roll. Let's grab everything that we can grab on sale. We're going to grab the banana. And let's go. That's crit chance. That is going to be fantastic. Roll one more time. And unfortunately, we didn't actually get that whetstone, which is going to be a little bit problematic. But we'll see. We are offering up this banana to get some more flames, and this molten spear is going to shred armor like it doesn't exist. But this should be pretty good. So once we get one of every buff, we do get vampirism, we do get regeneration, and so far, looking pretty decent overall. Smashing even. Now, we got ourselves a shiny shell, which we're going to offer up again. Let's grab our crit chance, which we do kind of need in this position. I'm going to roll, and I'm going to keep rolling until we try and find a whetstone. unfortunately, that's all we could really do. Now, I actually want to grab this set of blueberries because we could potentially start stacking up a bunch of mana, and that way we could actually start stacking up a lot of luck, which does increase our crit chance, which should be fantastic. However, this point is going to be looking quite scary, but so far, not looking too bad for us overall. Smashing even. We got even more flames, which is amazing. Let's grab our blueberries. Let's grab a bit of storage. Let's roll again. And we do kind of want this blueberries. And we also kind of want this lucky clover. But we are going to have to continue on for now. We're not going to be offering up anything this round. But we'll see. We should be able to stack up a little bit of spikes, which does increase our damage. It also gives us a bit of a heal, which should be pretty good also. But this point is actually turbo leading us with that spicy banana hammer dagger build, unfortunately. So since we have crit chance, we do have that molten spear, we do have burning sword. I kind of want to go for a friendly fire type build. So that's exactly what I'm going to do for right now. Oh, I actually still want to grab the storage. I also want to grab this eye lamp. I also want to grab this draconic orb. Let's grab the eye lamp for now. Let's grab our lucky clover. We'll be back in a second while I sort our inventory out. We did switch our whole setup to be more like this for right now, which should be pretty good because this friendly fire should be able to stack up a lot of heat for us. Now we've only got one tiny bit of source of mana generation, so that is going to be problematic. We do get one mana from this rainbow badge, but it's not like that prismatic orb. This is only one time effect. But we'll see. We are going to move on, and we definitely want that draconic orb. This molten spear doesn't have as much value as it did have previously, but this still should be pretty good. And we should be able to stack up a lot of heat, especially with our Everburning. And that's a lot of heat. And we should be able to stack up a lot of damage on that burning spear. And overall, smashing. Now that's that burning blade, which is going to be crazy, crazy good. I think it's time we actually sell our molten spear too. And the reason to sell it is because we're going to go for that flame up type build. I do want another draconic orb. And I do want that banana for even more stamina usage. But we'll see. Once we get our flame up in, we do have that pineapple. And we're going to have that burning blade. We should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. And especially if we do start to stack up a lot of luck, we should be able to get a lot of crit chance and deal a crazy amount of damage. But so far, this double axe is definitely smashing us, unfortunately. It is what it is. But we'll see. For right now, we should be in a crazy good spot with our flame up, with a burning blade. Now at this point, we could either take Power of the Moon or Shielded. I'd like to take Power of the Moon and actually go for Moon Armor, inflicting a little bit of blind, which would be pretty good. Otherwise we can go for Shielded and go for a Sun Armor. But I think we're going to take the Power of the Moon because that's going to give us a little bit of burst heal. And that is Prismatic Orb, which I'm going to immediately take because that is going to be mana from the very beginning. Let's go ahead and grab an extra flame because the more flames we do have, the more Everburning is going to give us more heat. But let's keep moving for now. And we should be able to start stacking immediately with our friendly fire, which should be awesome. Now we are pretty low on accuracies from the very beginning. But can we stack up enough heats? Smashing. Really, really, really awesome. Now I actually kind of want this bloody amulet as well to start getting some vampirism, because vampirism is going to be fantastic with our setup also. So we should have enough to grab this also. I'm going to grab this bloody amulet. Now it does mean we can actually grab this banana also, which I'm going to slot in this position for now. But this should be pretty good. We should be able to get a little bit of vampirism. We should be able to stack up our mana. And we should be able to get some lifesteal, basically on our weapons, as we deal massive, massive damage. Now our opponent is also dealing massive, massive damage. But we did get our regen, and this is looking fantastic. We stack up heat insanely fast. Now I'm actually going to have to take a second acorn color. That is mean we don't have to scale up our crit chance as much. I'm going to roll once more. Twice more even. That's a mana orb. And now all we need is that holy armor. But I'm going to take a customer card because we can't afford to take the mana orb, as at this round we could craft up that moon shield. But I'd much prefer getting that moon armor. That way you can inflict a little bit of blind. This should be fantastic. Also grabbing a mana orb and we stack up a bunch of mana means we have more chance to start stacking up that luck from our blueberries. Now customer card is going to help us to try to get some better items. but we're going to move on. Now we should be able to get a lot more crit chance on our weapons by having in 2 acorn collars. And it's also going to give a crit chance on our friendly fire. And so far this is looking insanely good. Now we did survive 4 lives left. Let's go and see just how much damage we managed to get. 37 DPS, which is not terribly bad. It's actually pretty good at this point of the game. As for opponent's DPS, 24 DPS. Not too bad. As for heals, we have a 12 healing per second. A good bit coming from our vampirism. And then for block, non-existent. So we do either need to do a lot more damage or we need to get a lot more tanky. So first of all, let's go ahead and grab our mana orb. Let's roll again. That is prismatic orb. Now we could grab the cheese to start stacking up some max life on top of it. But I think I'm going to prioritize the prismatic orb. I'm going to roll once more. Twice more. I'm going to leave it like this for now. Now we could craft up prismatic sword. But I think flame up into burning blade is just going to be our best bet. Now this is actually looking kind of insane. I know. Our opponent did have a rat chef. Actually, the practically large great sword will be dealing quite a bit of damage. But so do we actually. So overall not too bad. And that is even more crit chance. Which I'm still actually thinking about grabbing. I'm going to situate this prismatic orb in here, so we should have with 12 mana from the very beginning. We should be able to get a little bit more vampirism. Now out of all this, I'm going to roll once, twice even. And actually, I do want this toad because grabbing the toad is going to start stacking up a lot of luck first, which does increase our crit chance. Every time the toad activates, it's going to be 10% crit chance on our weapons. But unfortunately, this opponent is murder facing us. Let's grab our stamina stack. Let's go ahead and grab this for now. Let's roll once. Twice even. And that's smashing it. Bloody Amulet on sale for 4 is going to be too good not to take. But let's keep moving for now. We have our toad in this position, which is going to be targeting our flame up along with our friendly fire. Which should be pretty good. And with that, we're stacking up that crit chance. And this is looking pretty darn good overall. And smash. Crit chance is just absurd on this whole setup. Because your DPS is shot up to 64 DPS, dealing 500 damage in 8 seconds. As for heals, we have a 28 healing per second, with a big portion being that vampirism and toad actually, providing an insane amount of heals, which is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and grab our bloody amulet. Let's roll for now. Let's keep it going. We could actually grab the carrot. I'm willing to grab it for now. Let's keep it rolling, and that's another prismatic orb with a bloody amulet. And unfortunately, we never found a holy armor. But I'm going to prioritize the prismatic orbs on that vampirism instead of mana. Because we should have a decent amount of mana anyway. And we don't really use up too much mana, except for a friendly fire. But the vampirism is going to provide a lot of healing for us. And we are going to move on. And we did move our badge away from our toad, but that should be okay for now. But this opponent is going to have a ton of block, which is going to be quite scary. They're also going to have a lot of damage with all those pups. And actually, it's going to be super close, but big, massive crit from our friendly fire. Honestly, crit chance on our friendly fire is just a ton of fun. Now let's go ahead and grab a prismatic orb. That is going to be pretty darn good for us. Now I'm going to have to grab the storage. I would have loved to grab this bloody amulet, but unfortunately, we just can't afford to fit it in as right now. Let's roll one more time, and we'll actually grab another set of blueberries. We're going to sell our customer card. Let's roll one more time. And one more time. So unfortunately, the only real benefit we could have got from Power of the Moon is by crafting up that moon shield. Now, if we did get that moon armor, it would actually be turbo inflicting a lot of blind, making us a lot more tanky overall. But unfortunately, it is what it is. But we'll see. Is this going to be good enough? We should have a crap ton of vampirism right now. Yeah, we do start off with 15, which is going to provide a lot of healing for us. Especially since our weapons attack super fast. But this opponent actually dealt so much damage to us. Unfortunately, they stacked up a lot of poison. And we just couldn't actually deal with him. Yeah, we had a 40 healing per second. And we are scale and build. Our damage just took a little bit too long to actually stack up. Our opponent actually had a crazy amount of damage and 90 DPS between that poison, between that spikes, and between that Thorn Bloom. Because it did start off with a crazy amount of spikes. And that shielded with a bunch of spike shields. And that amulet of well. So unfortunately, we actually fell short going up against that opponent. Now finally, we did manage to get that holy armor, but it is a little bit too late, unfortunately. So I'm going to grab a bloody amulet. I'm going to grab this tiny little bit of storage so we can actually slot that in here for now. And I'm thinking about grabbing this cheese to the point where I'm actually going to sell a rainbow badge. It's been good, but this cheese is going to be pretty darn good for us. It's going to provide a little bit more max life. It's going to provide some buffs. And it should be awesome overall. But hey, this build turned out to be a lot of fun. Burning Blade into Flame Up into Friendly Fire into a bunch of Prismatic Orbs. But anyway, are we going to be able to survive? Are we going to fall short? Are we going to stack up enough mana? Are we going to stack up enough heat for Friendly Fire to deal that big 200 damage? We'll see. Honestly, the Toad coming in super clutch also. Now we are going to begin another Ranger builds with Thornbloom, with those Rat Chefs. They're going to be stacking up a lot of Empower, dealing a lot of damage. However, we do have a lot of Vampirism. They're going to be stealing a lot of our buffs, but we're dealing massive damage. Big crits coming in. And so far, this is not even looking close. We dealt that big 200 damage and smashing. Definitely a crazy fun build. We managed to get 112 DPS within 11 seconds. Between the Flame Up, between the Burning Blade, and that Friendly Fire. As for heals, we managed to get 81 healing per second, thanks to Vampirism and that Power of the Moon, actually providing quite a bit of healing. And also adding in that cheese, we managed to stack up 40 max life, which is not terribly bad. With our Bloody Amulet, we managed to get quite a bit of life, which is about a 10 healing per second in 10 seconds. Then on top of block, coming strong from one tiny little protected purse. But overall, awesome build. I do love crit chance with the Friendly Fire, especially with the Burning Blade. That Rainbow Badge, definitely leading to some craziness. Now also the Everburning being buffed, use up a lot less stamina, also pretty darn good. And even though we had a crazy amount of heats, our stamina consumption was still 1.9, which is not too bad. So overall, we could honestly maintain it with 2 bananas. Well, to a certain point. But anyways, we did survive 3 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. Plus 12. Our ranks up quite a bit. I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. See you next time.